Philipa with your insight on my biggest regret. I had an epiphany about this the other day, and so I wanted to share with you, because this has really kind of shaped my life and kind of molded me into who I am, and it's something I wish I didn't do, right? It's a regret. So to understand, you kind of have to understand a little bit about me. I'm very introverted and I'm very sensitive. I feel everything unless I'm actively blocking it or cutting it out. I feel people's emotions, and I have very high intuition with what's people are feeling and thinking and what's going on, and I can misread the situation, but I definitely feel what people are feeling, and that can be a very difficult thing. It definitely was when I was younger, so much so that I withdrew into myself, and people, we can naturally be very self-centered, but I couldn't deal with anything but myself, and I couldn't deal with that, just all the stuff that was going on in my life. So I was so afraid. I was so paralyzed by fear. I couldn't go out, I couldn't talk to people, I couldn't open up. I'd run situations over and over in my head. It was really, really kind of an awful place to be in. So being paralyzed by fear and not talking to people, I would run into situations, people around me at school, or in sports and different things like that. I would feel their stuff. I would feel how hurt they were, how broken, how empty. And sometimes it was really bad, really heavy, and I knew stuff was going on, but I didn't do anything. Because I was terrified, I was petrified, and what ended up happening a few times is a couple of those people ended up committing suicide. And I did nothing. I knew, they may not have been in my social circles, but I did nothing, right? Biggest regret. And I may not have been able to save them. I may not have done or said the right things or whatever, but I didn't even try. And so I realized that that's kind of shaped a lot of my life and the choices I've made. Is how can you see people hurting? How can you know something's happening and not do something about it? I think that's why I'm drawn to trafficking. That's why when somebody told me about it, I had to do something. Didn't know what, but I started doing what I could. I wrote stories. We wrote the film 8 Days, made the movie, been on talk shows. That's why one of the reasons I was drawn to I'm Not Ashamed and the true story of Rachel Joy Scott, because she was so broken and hurting too, and people reached out to her and helped her, and she reached out to people and probably saved their lives. And that's one of the reasons I'm so drawn to insight, and I want to reach out and help you guys, because I know life hurts. I know there's so many things that can hurt us and weigh us down. I know what it feels like, and I want to do something about it, because you matter. You are worth it, and it doesn't matter how big or small the thing you do is. Just do it. Do whatever you can, whatever you're comfortable with and capable of, to reach out to somebody that is hurting, to help the needy, to help people that don't have food, sex trafficking victims, the orphan, the lost, the kid whose parents just got divorced. Just listen, just talk, just encourage, give someone a hug. Like, we need that stuff. It is so important, and you don't know how much those things can matter. So I encourage you guys, don't let fear, or don't let any of those kind of things hold you back or weigh you down, because it does matter and it is important. Those things mattered a lot to me. So I love you guys. This is Philipa with your insight today. Check us out at insightscene.com. Subscribe for more insight. So hopefully it can help you have less regrets. You matter, you're worth it, you make an impact. Love you guys.
You are